Video 3 Ultimate Trader, January 2nd, 2023. First week of trading coming up right now. I have about 7 puts right now. I have 7 stocks, and actually I have 10 stocks. I have 7 bags from 2022. Stuff like Zim, I have I have Boyle, I have CRMT, I have ECPG. I have Uber. Uber is the only like really speculative stock that I got stuck in, but the growth is very strong. So I have 7 puts. I think 3 of them expire in 3 weeks. Snap is expiring in 3 weeks. Chewy is expiring in 3 weeks, and I have to see what else. I think I have 3 expiring in 3 weeks. I do plan on holding up to 15 puts. I want to get maybe 2 to 3 puts per week, but right now I want to try to get, instead of the 2 months, I want to get like at least 2 full months, maybe 3 months. I might explore with 4 or 5 months of time to see if there's volume and see if that makes sense. Because with options, when you buy more time, you're gonna make less, but it's safer. I was tired of losing on puts. Because the sad thing is I lost on puts. You saw what disaster we had. Overall, I made money, but I lost on puts. I don't like losing. I just don't like losing. So I might get at most like 2 or 3 puts a week, hold up to 15 puts while we go into earnings coming in 2 or 3 weeks. The stocks, I did trade a couple of stocks like NYCB, PSEC. I didn't trade, but I'm trying to buy RYLD, QYLD. I added a couple more dividend stocks, and my thought process is this. No one controls a stock price. A stock price is a live auction. But if a company is doing well, it's making money, they have power to keep giving you dividends. You know that you're going to get paid on the dividends. Like with PSEC, they pay you every single month like clockwork, 6 cents or 72 cents a year. The stock is trading at $7. So they're giving you more than 10% just to hold. No one can control the stock, but I'm getting 10% no matter what. If the stock goes up and I make money trading it, that is a bonus. NYCB is giving about 6%. Yeah, 6 or 7%, and it's a bank. NYWBI is another bank. So this is what I call super defensive. Super defensive is when you're not even trading like normal companies. You're trading cash cows that make money from their business and pay you money to hold. I did another video a few weeks ago about what you want to do, like even if you don't trade stocks, like in life, what you want to do when inflation is 7%, you want to try to invest in something or loan someone money where you're getting 8%, where you're getting higher than inflation. And the good thing about the stock market, we're here in the stock market, there's plenty of stocks that give you dividends 8%, 10%. So don't worry so much about the stock price. As long as they're giving you money, 8 or 10% a year is beating the bank, is beating inflation. That's what you want to do. So the last few weeks, I decided, you know what? Let me get super defensive. Let me trade these dividend-paying stocks. And if I have to swing them 2 weeks, I got to swing them 2 weeks. A lot of you people were not even around for 2019. In 2021, I was making as many as 40 rounds in a day. That wasn't normal. But in 2021, I made the most, like close to 40 rounds. But many days I was making 5 or 10 rounds. That's 10 to 20 trades a day. That's not normal. That is not normal. In 2019, I was doing like 2 to 5 rounds a week. That means on Monday, I would buy the stock, 2 different stocks. And by Friday, I would sell the 2 stocks. If it was a busy week, I would do that 5 times. So during the week, I would swing like 4 or 5 stocks and be out by the end of the week. That was normal. Trading 10 or 20 times in a day is not normal. So we got to go back to pre-pandemic. But I don't think the speed of the stock market is like never before. I don't think it'll go back to 2019, but we got to get out of the 2021 that we're just going to make money and everything goes up and whatever you buy is going to go up and you're going to sell it to another sucker. All right, we got to get beyond that. So it's got to be okay if you buy NYCB at 845 or 840 and swing it for 20 cents. So I'm buying 1,000 shares. So 1,000 shares is costing you $8,400 and you're making $200-$300, but safely. Because if it goes down, because it could go down, they're paying you 6 or 7% just to hold. Same thing with NWBI. Those are the stocks that I'm trading. I've been trading Boyle like crazy the last couple of weeks. I have a block at 24. I was trading another block like at 18, 19, trading it back and forth. Doing 1,000. I'm not doing 1,000 of Boyle. I'm doing 500 shares of Boyle. I was doing for 50 cents to 90 cents. So every time I'm trading 500 shares, I'm getting $250 to $400. I did it last week. I think I did it 3 or 4 times. So 3 or 4 times, you're making like $1,000. And if you're buying 500 shares at 18, that's $9,000. So you're making $1,000 on your $9,000 investment, but the Boyle is a little risky. But my thought process with Boyle is right now natural gas is about $4.50. In a normal winter, without the war, without prices of energy going through the roof in Europe, natural gas is $4 to $4.50. But we have a war in Europe. They are paying 5 times the prices of here. What that does is the companies that are here have a choice. Do I sell spot natural gas for $4.50 to the US, or do I export it for $20, even though I'm not supposed to? They're going to find ways, because keep in mind, companies like PBF, EQT, their stocks went up through the roof. BTU, they all went up through the roof. They got used to slamming earnings and having massive beats, massive sales increase. When natural gas just a month ago was $7, they can still do that. They can't be beating on sales and beating on earnings with nat gas at $4.50. So when you're doing it at $4.50, they have to decide whether they're going to export it somewhere else. And if they export it somewhere else, that's going to change supply and demand. So the problem with natural gas is traded just like stocks daily. It's traded all the time. And people that are trading it or are speculating what's going to happen with supply and demand. They're not actually there in supply and demand. They're speculating. Now, each week there is an update on natural gas drawdown. But what's important is the month to month, but week to week they have it. I think the next month to month is January 12th. So that'll be a big date for natural gas. I think with the natural gas prices dipping, they're going to find ways to export it. Because if I'm a company, I got used to selling natural gas at $7, $8. I got as high as like $9.50. There's no way I want to sell it for $4.50. And when I ship it overseas, that's going to cut supply and increase demand here in the U.S. So that's my thought process. I want to do 2 to 3 puts a week. I want to get like at least 2 months. I don't want to do 6 weeks anymore. I want to do 2-3 months. I might even look for more. I'm doing high flyers. I was trying snap puts the other day, P-tone puts. I was trying M puts. I didn't get in, unfortunately. I'm in MDGL puts. There's no PE. It's crazy. And like we're looking like in Tesla. And like I always said it. I say in the videos. I write about it. A stock will not trade at 100 PE over time. Something has to give. Either it grows sales and grows earnings to earn that 100 PE, or it's going to come shooting down. Now, I don't know exactly when, but it's going to come shooting down. The only companies over time that maintain a high price without sales are biotech. Now, MDGL is a biotech, but at the current price, the market price, MDGL is a $5 billion company. So even if they have a blockbuster drug and it's in testing trials, so we don't even know if it's a blockbuster drug, even if they have a blockbuster drug, who is going to buy out the company at a premium? So it's not like it's $5 billion and you just bid $5 billion. You have to pay a premium to buy the company. No one is going to pay a premium $6 or $7 billion for it. I mean, SGen, there was rumors that Merck was going to buy SGen. When SGen, SGEN, was 160, 170, I was buying puts because I was saying Merck is not that dumb to pay $40, $50 billion to pay a premium for what the market is saying what SGen is. Now, SGen came down to 120, and I do believe Merck wants them. They have a pipeline of good drugs, SGEN, Seattle Genomics. But I don't even think Merck would buy them at 120. I think Merck would buy them at 100 to 110, and the stock is 120, so it can't happen. So that's what I believe with MDGL. So even if a company wants to go in and buy them, it doesn't make any sense at the stock price. Maybe they want to buy them out for $3 billion. Now, one thing to keep in mind, before MDGL was it was $55. I went from 55 to 200 in one day on this drug. So it was up from 55 and got to 335 in 1 week, no FUD. And because of that, it went from $700 million company to $5 billion. So that's why I have puts. Good luck. That's my trading plans for this upcoming week.